For a long time, humans perceived forests as simple collections of individual trees competing for resources. However, modern scientific discoveries have changed this idea, revealing the amazing hidden life of the forest. It turns out that trees are not just silent giants. They actively communicate with each other and help each other, forming complex, interconnected communities that resemble social networks. This invisible but powerful connection that permeates forest ecosystems challenges our traditional ideas about nature and offers a new perspective on the intelligence of the plant world. This is seeing unlimited greatness. A forest is much more than just trees standing next to each other. It is a complex, dynamic network where each element is connected to others, exchanging information and resources. The discovery of these underground conversations and the tree internet is changing our understanding of ecology, sustainability, and even the ethics of interaction with nature. Underground network, mycorrhizal connection. The primary channel of communication and mutual assistance between trees is the mycorrhizal network, a symbiosis between plant roots and fungi. It is not just the presence of fungi in the soil, it is a dense, extensive underground web of fungal threads, hyphae, that penetrate the roots of trees and extend over vast distances underground, connecting not only trees of the same species but also different ones. Nutrient exchange. Fungi act as intermediaries, transporting water, nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals from the soil to the roots of trees. In return, the trees provide the fungi with carbohydrates, sugars, produced during photosynthesis. This is beneficial for both parties. The fungi get energy, and the trees get increased access to resources that their own roots cannot reach. Carbon transfer. Research has shown that trees can transfer excess carbon, in the form of sugars, through the mycorrhizal network to young or weak seedlings in the shade. For example, a large mother tree can nourish its young or even other tree species, ensuring their survival. Forest Internet. Scientists call this network the Tree Internet, or Forest World Wide Web, because it functions as a complex system of information and resource exchange that is far more efficient than simple competition. Chemical signals, talking through the air. Trees communicate not only underground, but also through the air, using volatile organic compounds, pheromones, terpenes, and other chemicals. These chemical messages can convey a variety of information. Danger warnings. When a tree is attacked by insect pests, it can emit certain chemicals that serve as an alarm signal to neighboring trees. Upon receiving such a signal, neighboring plants begin to produce defensive substances, such as tannins or insecticides, making their leaves less attractive or even poisonous to pests. Attracting allies. Some chemical signals are used to attract natural enemies of pests, such as predatory insects or parasitoids, which will help the tree fight off attack. Interacting with animals. Flowers and fruits release chemicals to attract pollinators and seed dispersers. Sound and electrical signals. New frontiers in research. While research in this area is in its early stages, evidence is emerging that trees may communicate in other, less obvious ways. Sound signals. Some scientists speculate that plant roots may produce and sense sounds at specific frequencies, using them to locate water or other resources and to communicate with each other. Electrical signals. Like nerve impulses in animals, plants also use electrical signals to transmit information within themselves and possibly among themselves. For example, if damaged, a signal can quickly spread throughout the plant network. Mutual aid and mother trees. The concept of mother trees, coined by Suzanne Simard, a professor of forest ecology, is one of the most striking examples of mutual aid in the forest. These are old, large trees that act as central nodes in a mycorrhizal network, supporting and nourishing dozens, sometimes hundreds, of other younger trees around them. They pass on not only nutrients but also information. Support for young trees. Mother trees help saplings in the shade to survive by sharing with them the solar energy they cannot obtain themselves. Ecosystem resilience. Mutual support increases the resilience of the entire forest community to stresses such as drought, disease, or pest attacks. If one tree is sick, neighboring trees can help it by providing more resources, caring for the future. This complex network of relationships ensures the survival of the next generation of trees, maintaining the continuity of the forest ecosystem. Implications for forestry and ecology. Understanding the hidden life of the forest has profound implications for forestry, conservation, and our relationship with nature. Abandoning monocultures. The practice of planting monocultures, one type of tree, deprives the forest of its natural ability to support each other and makes it more vulnerable to diseases and pests. Mixed forests, on the other hand, are more resilient. The importance of old trees. The value of old mother trees increases many times over. They are not just a source of timber, but vital nodes in the network, without which the entire ecosystem can be disrupted. New approaches to conservation. Forest protection must be based not only on the conservation of individual species, but also on maintaining the integrity and functionality of these invisible networks of communication and mutual assistance. The ethics of interaction with nature, the discovery of the intelligence and social life of trees, calls us to a deeper respect and careful attitude towards forest ecosystems, viewing them not as a resource, but as a living, interconnected community. Trees as ecosystem engineers. In addition to direct interactions, trees also play the role of ecosystem engineers, actively shaping the habitat for countless other organisms. Their presence creates a microclimate. They regulate humidity and temperature, create shade, slow down the wind, and prevent soil erosion. Leaf litter, roots, and bark become a home and food source for insects, fungi, bacteria, and small animals, forming a complex food web. Tree trunks provide shelter for birds and squirrels, and their root systems help aerate the soil and retain moisture, which is critical for the plants below. Thus, each tree contributes to the overall well-being, creating and maintaining a complex, self-sufficient system where each element depends on the others. This only emphasizes how superficial our previous understanding of the forest was, reduced to simple chains of producer-consumer. The forest is a collective mind, living and developing according to its own laws, secrets that are yet to be revealed. Despite the breakthrough discoveries of recent decades, the hidden life of the forest is still full of mysteries. Scientists continue to probe the depth and complexity of communication networks, trying to understand how trees distinguish friends from strangers, how they coordinate their defense responses, and how they communicate information about disease or drought over long distances. New technologies such as genetic analysis and sensor networks offer unprecedented opportunities to unravel these mysteries. The more we learn about forests, the clearer it becomes that their health and well-being are inextricably linked to our own. Forests as a model for sustainable development. Studying forest ecosystems offers not only fascinating scientific data, but also valuable lessons for human society. The principles of cooperation, mutual aid, and resilience that trees demonstrate can serve as a model for our own development. If individual organisms can thrive by supporting each other, then humanity can find ways to a more harmonious and sustainable future based on these same principles. Caring for forests is caring for our common home.
If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can, for you and for the world around us.